Oh, I just finished having my breakfast this beautiful Saturday morning, August the 6th, 2022. Talking about the 6th. This lesson is about the sixth step in our Vigbe six-step process of strategic planning. And it's about monitoring and evaluation. It's about your monitoring and evaluating my breakfast. Did somebody ask how you do the monitoring and evaluation in strategic plan? Oh, of course, that's why we are here. So let us see how it is done. Okay, so let's see how it is done, how we implement step 6 of the strategic plan. Again, my name is Peter Okebukola, and as I said in the introduction, today is Saturday, August the 6th, beautiful Saturday morning. We learned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and today is going to be step 6 of our 6-step model, of the Vigbe 6-step model of strategic plan. What have we learned so far? Enjoyed ourselves. We learned the theory of strategic planning. We learned examples. We walked ourselves through steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 of the 6-step Vigbe model. And Professor Konofa took us through the challenges to implementation of a strategic plan and how we overcome the challenges. If you've noticed, the structure of a Vigbe training or strategic plan, it's not just about theory. Somebody comes to show you PowerPoint slides and all that. No, you can see the bulk here, this whole place. Relatively, it's about practicals, about hands-on. So you are skilled in practice of strategic planning. And that showed very tremendously in the Better Pass My Neighbor contest, which we held a few days ago. The person who won the first prize, Professor Aliu Kantudu. So the man Kantudu, you can see him there and his presentation. Coming second is Excellency Professor Jamila Shuara of Bayes University. And of course, the results were announced by our Vice Chancellor Abuad, Professor Smaranda Olarinde, and coming third from all the way from Ghana, GTEC, Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, is Dr. Colette Hopati. You have all done very well. In this lesson, what are we going to learn? We're going to learn how we develop a monitoring and evaluation. Well, we're going to be abbreviating it as M&E, monitoring and evaluation component of the strategic plan, and then upload the plan to our website. So let's begin quickly. What is monitoring? What's evaluation? And then we look at the structure and template framework, structure, template, or framework for the M&E plan. Monitoring and evaluation. When you talk about monitoring, you are just checking progress against the plans. And it's a process where you routinely gather information on all aspects of the project. And to monitor is to check how the project activities are progressing. You can see this word progressing, occurring, the progress, that's monitoring. And when you get information from this monitoring exercise, they use it for evaluation. Evaluation is actually about decision making. We have what we call test, measurement, assessment, evaluation. The evaluation component deals with decision making, which you come to after measurement and assessment. So talking about assessment, on a very light note, now there was a fight in the class between Musa and Tunde after an exam. The teacher then separated and asked, why are you fighting? Tunde said, this idiot, I don't like this word, copied me during the math exam. Musa said, copy me, copy you? Oh, Tunde is lying. I didn't write anything. Hey, my answer booklet was blank before I submitted. Tunde said, you copied my blank answers because I didn't write anything myself. The answer booklet before I submitted. That's on a light note. So let's look at the structure, template, and framework for the M&E plan. You will recall that we had this as a strategic plan framework or template, which you all did in practicals number 3, where you had the serial number, you had the activity, you had the timeline, you had the action by, you had the performance indicator, and you have the cost estimate, which you all did fantastically well. Today, the M&E plan, which will be part of the strategic plan towards the end, will just have a few columns additional. So the strategic objective that we put in there, by the way, Professor Shola Ojo of Fuoye, Federal University of Yekiti, talked about the goal, and yeah, we will go to that recourse to objective, because the objective is more fine, is a lot finer than the goal. So we have the strategic objective and the strategic goal, the performance indicator, which you already have here. You are just transferring this. So this exercise is quite simple. They have the baseline. Baseline means where you were at the beginning before the plan came into place. Then the target, what are you having as target? Then the source of data for getting this information, and the data collection method, the technique, and then how frequently will you be collecting data, and who is going to be responsible for the data collection. That is almost like the equivalent of the action plan. So let us do a short practical on how we develop the M&E plan. We are going to take off from the last lesson is steps 4 and 5, where we develop a strategic plan. For teaching, for each of the clusters we had, each of the themes, we had the situation analysis, we have strategic goals for teaching. Well, we've changed this one out of strategic objectives. All right. So this other one is going to also change and go on like that. So what we're going to do, what you should do also, is you are only going to change these tables from the strategic plan table to the M&E table with longer columns. So this we are going to retain. So all you are doing is what I'm going to show you right now. Yeah, so you can turn the page to like landscape. So because this has longer, the table is longer. So you have strategic objective. I think the serial number will go. Yes, no problem. So strategic objective is this. So you can just copy this. Where you have your strategic goal, you now change your strategic objective. So you paste this one here. Strategic objective is there. Let me pull this back as normal. Yeah. So this is what we're going to have. You can see step 6, development of the monitoring and evaluation plan. Please just follow this step and name this file. You can see I've named this file Okebukola step 6. The other practical you had is I had it as Okebukola steps 4 and 5. So you have to rename this file, because when you are going to upload, you are going to look for this file. Yes. So performance indicator we already have in the other one. So let's look at it. Yeah, so we look at it. This is for the strategy goal. So you can come here and then copy. I've done Control C. I've copied. Now go over there to paste. Yeah, so here am I, and then I will paste. All done. Let's take the old format. Okay, fine, no problem there. Yeah. So I've done these 2 columns. Let's look at the baseline. The baseline will be where are we starting from? Let me make this slightly bigger. Baseline will mean, what do you have? We said by January of next year, provide state-of-the-art teaching facilities in at least 10% of lecture rooms in the university. Now, the baseline could be like the time we're starting. Maybe like we had just in about, can put as number of classrooms, 8 classrooms. 8 classrooms. The target, say we wanted 10% of the whole. I don't know what the whole may be, but let's say 34 classrooms. So what will be our source or sources of data? Yeah, for us here, since we are looking at classrooms, this will be report, maybe monthly reports from physical planning, and works. What will be data collection method? That will be like a survey. How frequently would that be? We say monthly, so that would be monthly. Action by who should take that action? That will be the director of physical planning. Yes, so I've changed this to director of works and physical planning. So the same thing here, works and physical planning. So that is it for this particular strategic objective. So for the rest of the strategic objectives, you do the same. In other words, You copy your strategic objective from here. This one can actually go now. You don't need to this. You don't need to have this one. Strategy objectives for teaching, or you can just say teaching here. So you don't need to have this teaching. Good, as a cluster. You may color it if you like. If not, keep it like that. So you have strategic objective, the performance indicator, the baseline. What it was. Listen, what it was before this whole thing started. In other words, 8 classrooms were already fitted with state-of-the-art teaching facilities. So the target is to have 34 classrooms. In other words, you may have almost like 340 classrooms in the place. So we have 34 classrooms. So you are going to, the source of data will be monthly reports from physical planning. Physical planning will have to count. And then the data collection method will be a survey. You survey the place, and then the frequency is monthly. We talk about monthly data collection. So who is to take the action? It is this. Oh, you can see the monitoring and evaluation plan is as simple as I've just narrated it and demonstrated it. So back to our strategic plan. Since we have this, we've done this one, then you have to do the next one. I just gave the other one as example to make this video rather short. So you come here to, you expand this table and you put the thing there. Oh, how very wonderful it is. So this cost estimate goes, performance indicator stays, action by stays, comes towards the end. The timeline is no longer there. And so that's what is going to happen. And what you're going to have is exactly the strategic plan that you submitted for steps 4 and 5, and then put on the monitoring and evaluation for it. Although we'll talk about this in the next lesson, there is this midterm evaluation report of the strategic plan of AAU that I conducted a few years back, and we're able to see that. Yeah, I just like to show you the M&A plan for that strategic plan that I conducted the midterm review. So it has a spare result, outcome, and output as indicator definition. Well, they have this as a column there, but I don't see why I need to define indication. You have the baseline, 80%, the target, 90%, the source of data, annual report, quarterly report. That's, in our own case, we say report from the works and physical planning director, data collection method, survey, document review, and all that. Frequency, biennial, annual, responsibility, project coordinator, key informal users. We don't have that one in us. It's not too necessary. So that's it. Oh, yes, of course. The practical scenario will upload the M&E plan to our strategic plan website. Yeah, you know that we have to go to our Google Drive. If you want to recall how we did it, you go to your Gmail just to come to the Google environment. And you can just come here, Google, and you look for your drive. You click on the drive, and then it will take you to exactly where we are now. So you are able to see, what are you able to see? You're able to see the website where we have the others. But you know, we created another file, which we now want to put in here. So the first thing to do, as we did for the last practicals, is to bring in that Word document, Okebukola step 6 to here. So how do we do that? You recall that we just have to go to new, we go to file upload. We want to upload that file from wherever it is to our Google Drive. So file upload, you can see it here, Okebukola step 6. You click on this, you can see uploading one item is already uploaded. Hey, my friend, where is it? As I asked the last time. So to see where it is, you only need to just refresh this page here. Just refresh this page, and let me see where we're going to see it. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. You can see we have this one there. We have this here, and this one is already here too. So let us see how we work things out. So you should be able to see this. So this is where the website is, where we have the strategic plan, and it's loading. And so what do I have to do? Okay, I want to already have steps 1 to 3. steps 4 and 5, I then want step 6. Hey. So you will recall that the process is very simple. Want to put another page here. So we'll go to pages. Hey, look at this. Add new page. But you have to go to where you want to add a new page. You want to add a new page to be dropped down under strategic plan 2022-2027. So we'll come here, these three dots, and we say add sub-page. So here we're going to say what? Step 6. And we say it's done. So step 6 is already loaded a page for us. So if you click on this, you find step 6. So here we are with step 6. What do you have there? Nothing. So what do you want to do? Yeah, what we want to do is we insert what? Insert from drive. You can see this triangle here. We go to insert from drive. So what are we going to insert? It comes up with all the files that you have inside your drive. So which one do you want? And of course, I will want the one I just uploaded. Let's look for it. It's actually made easy. You have my drive, you have shared with me, you have reset. If you click on reset, we should be able to see that step 6. You can see it. Okebukola step 6. That's for another day. That's how some people abbreviate my name. Well, it's fine. Yeah. So you click on this, and then it comes on with putting it there, like we did for step 4. So here we are. It's loading, and then you can resize it like this, just like all those that shared screens with us in a Better Pass My Neighbor contest. So you can stretch it like this as much as you like. And yes, we'll then go to publish. We're going to share. We're still going to share this one. Let's publish it and see what it looks like first. So this one is going to be like where we publish. Am I taking the right one? No, this. Okay. Let's publish first and see what we have. Yeah, so let's view the published site. Let's see what it will look like. So this step 6. Oh yeah, so this is what we want to see. But in your own case, it has to be the full version of what you showed in steps 4 and 5. So let's see steps 4 and 5. So this is the full version. So what we're going to see here for step 6 should be the full version of what you had in steps 4 and 5. All right. Well, it's not all right yet, because if you do not share for everybody to see, it will be a challenge. So how do you do that? It's for you to go back to that drive. Go back to your drive. So you see this. You see this one. You already exited this one. The site itself, your website. Now this is the file that you uploaded. This file you must share. So you double click it, just like you did in the second video that I shared with you. So you go to share here. You click on share. When you click on share, it comes. You can see it's restricted. Only people with access can open with the link. No. So you drop this down. Anyone with the link that came out as a question yesterday's test. So you say done. So that's just it. You can now go back to look here. You can go back to your site and then come to here, come to your website, to your drive, and then come back to your website. And then what you need to do, you have to share this link. Copy publish site link. This is what you are going to click, and then copy it and paste it in the form, in the online form that you're going to submit assignment for this practicals. Oh, this is wonderful. So you can see this. Steps 1 to 3 we see, step 4 and 5 we see. The step 6 is what the graders will score. So we've done the practicals in how you upload your M&A plan to the strategic planning website. But before we go, what's our word for the day? I've started this series. So word for the day. Our word for the day is aircraft. when you say aircraft is one. When you see 1 million aircraft on the tarmac, Murtala Mohammed Airport, it is aircraft. So there's not like aircrafts. Why is this so? It's so because aircraft is collective. It's a noun, it's a collective noun. And because there's more than one type of aircraft. See, when you can talk about airplanes on the tarmac, but not aircrafts. Because you can have balloons, the type of aircraft, you can have blimps, type of aircraft, drones, type of aircraft. So the term aircraft can denote all types. So not all. Why am I talking about aircraft today? Because, okay, yeah, look at it. If you the Murtala Mohammed Airport or Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport, and you go to the local wing where you see all these private jets. So you don't say there are many aircrafts. No. Many aircraft like this. You have the airpiece aircraft on the ground. So you don't say, so many aircrafts, just aircraft. Why am I interested in it? Because I love flying. Yeah, I love flying. And you see, there are two major families of aircraft, the Boeing family and the Airbus family. The Boeing family, how do you know them? You know the Boeing family with, they start the names with 737, 747, 777. So when you hear 737 and all of these 77 things, you know that's Boeing manufactured. Airbus, on the other hand, will have A starting it. So you say, the plane that is going to take you from Kano to Jeddah is an Airbus A320. It's an A320. No, there's an Airbus or A380. So let's look at very quickly at the manufacturer. The Boeing is typically an American. The Airbus is European. And as I said earlier, when you have the name 7 something, when you hear it's a Boeing. A something is Airbus. Now the nose, when you see it's pointed, when you see the airplane on the tarmac, you say, when it's pointed, it's a Boeing. When it's some sort of roundish, it's an Airbus. Now the windshield is V-shaped, is Boeing, is notched window design, is Airbus. Now the light at the tail, when it's flashing in the night, is called the strobe light. When it's just flashing, when you see the plane coming, it's just flashing once, pam, pam. You know it's a Boeing that is coming. But when there are two flashes in rapid succession, pam, 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 you know that's Airbus. Now there's a difference in the body tail structure. If the fuselage slopes below the body, that's Boeing. If it's Airbus is straight below the tail. Let's see a few of them. Now look at the nose of the Airbus. You can see. I don't want to talk when I want to talk. If you say the nose be like this long one, that's a Boeing. And this one, is roundish. That's the Airbus. So if you went to the tarmac, there is airpiece. I think they have 2 Airbuses. So you can easily notice this one is roundish and this one is pointed. And if you say somebody get nose, no, don't. If you say nose like nose of an Airbus or nose of Boeing, it's not good to say that. You know why? Because you are not the sculptor. God is the person that has created. If you say nose like that of this thing, you are abusing God. So don't do that. Because God has created everything beautiful. So on the right here, you see the Airbus. This short, nice nose. This one, pointed nose. So you can see the 2 of them. And the last thing to see is the window and then this landing gear. The landing gear of the Airbus is really longer than that's the one that drops in next. That's the 737. Now, come fly with me. Let's see.
Fly out to John F. Kennedy Airport.
Yes, JFK.
And in a Boeing 737-800 series. Not the Max. I'm Captain Peter Okebukola.
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's taking off. Yeah, getting my license very shortly. And
taking off now.
All members of Module 5, all participants Module 5. I'm landing now, JFK. All you are going to fly for free in my aircraft.
Do the green lights off.
The green lights off.
Reverse them.
Reverse thrust.
Reverse thrust. That's where it's braking. These are not. Yeah.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, that's
it. Oh,
it.
yes.
Landed safely in JFK.
We landed safely in New York.
Yes, New York. Yeah. By the way, I'll be going to GFK, in October 10th for the World Ranking Summit. So my license, I don't have it yet, so I can't fly myself.
Oh yes, this is Buenos Aires.
Oh yes, that's it. And that brings us to the end of our lesson, and let's just. Oh, that brings us to the end of this, what I consider exciting lesson on how we develop a monitoring and evaluation plan for our strategic plan and how we upload to our website. I've had a very wonderful session being with you today. Let's do it again next time in this virtual institute for capacity building higher education, the number one virtual institute in Africa. I'm Peter Okebukola. It is. Bye.